When America left Afghanistan in 2021, they left a lot of military equipments, aeroplanes, helicopters, tanks, jeeps, firearms, plenty of other things. Although they did their level best to damage these things so that these could not be used again by the Taliban. But after the departure of America from there, they worked on the restoration of these. Some of these has been made operational again, and many others are not operational now. But definitely, Taliban hukumat will be having some important plans about it. A world-renowned journalist interviewed spokesman of Taliban government Abdul Kahar Balkhi. During this interview, the anchor asked the spokesman that since United States of America is asking you to return all that, and in return, America will consider unfreezing your $9.5 billion worth of assets. Replied the Taliban spokesman that it's not possible now since all of that is our national asset and we cannot give it to any other country, cannot give it to America. Now there is a Trump's America, America of the Trump. America is now led by the Trump. And the Donald Trump is restructuring all the policies. He is a right wing politician and use the other countries in a threatening tone and want the cooperation with the other countries on their own terms. Countries on earth are suspicious toward Trump. But here, as for Afghanistan case is concerned, he did not use any threatening language at all. Why? What he could have threatened? They spent some 20 years and lost lot of money, trillions of dollars, lot of body bags, but could not conquer Taliban in Afghanistan. And indeed, there was no logic left to use a threatening tone, but simply he put forward a bait that if you agree to return our military assets, we will consider unfreezing your deposits in the United States of America, which are probably some $9.5 billion. Abdul Kahar Balakhi said that all of that military equipment is now our national asset and we cannot even consider of returning it. Why, by the way, why Mr. Balakhi refused to give 7.5 billion worth of military equipment in return for 9.5 billions from United States of America? Because it is a technology and technology matters a lot. My intuition, my gut feeling says that Afghanistan incumbent government will already be having some sort of discrete covert understanding with the China, because China is desperate to lay their hands on American technology. Although China is competing, but despite all that, as far the high tech is concerned, China is not at par with the United States of America. So, keeping in view the situation like this one, I think Chinese will be benefiting a lot. Not only the Chinese will be benefiting, but obviously they will be giving something to the Taliban government as well in return for their cooperation in this regard. One thing which the world needs to know, and the world knows it, that on the one hand, Taliban are very good fighters and cannot be defeated. United States of America, the sole superpower on earth, coupled with the rest of the NATO countries, NATO armies, they kept struggling, kept fighting in Afghanistan for 20 long years, but could not conquer them at all. Ultimately, they had to leave Afghanistan in a disgraceful manner. See what happens, but apparently they are not going to return this military hardware to the United States of America.